Hey y'all. Oh, those potatoes smell good. All right, y'all. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about this reset. Hold on. Can I clean? Definitely gotta clean before I like cook this food. All right, y'all. So it's gonna be like I haven't did this in a while. All right. And I look like a butt naked potato today, but we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. So let's talk about this reset, y'all. I had a reset or awakening. What is it? 2025. So I felt different. You know, I felt like a burden was taken off my shoulders. Cool. I was like, okay, this is, and I started feeling good. People started exposing themselves, the frenemies, the enemies, everybody under the sun was just exposing themselves. And I was just like, dang, I didn't know the hate was that real, until God was like, let me show you something. I was like, okay, bet. Then, like, towards the end of the year, it just kept getting more and more of people exposing their dislike towards me. And I was just like, oh, I had no idea it was that bad, but apparently it's that bad. I don't know. They were just faking the funk. I don't know. That's so weird, right? So I was like, okay, God, you're showing me some things. I told him I felt really alone last year, towards the end of the year, but I was okay with feeling alone because I didn't have to deal with none of that drama, the BS, any of that, right? Oh no, God was like, I'm not done with you. God was like, hold on. God was like, I got something for you. I was like, okay, what else you got for me? And then he just did another 360 on my life, and I was just like, Lord, have mercy. What are we going to do here? Hold on, let me get gloves. I literally told him to clean this room. How hard is it to clean your room? I don't like boys at all. Boys are just so, ugh. Okay. Anywho, so God did a complete 360 on my life. Did not know what to expect because I was like, okay, just now getting like this reset, got this reset in my life. Cool. Living my life. And if anybody knows me, I've been in social media forever. I'm just now starting to get like my niche and my little, my following growing. And I was like, okay, cool. I was doing a lot last year. My homeboy told me I was doing a lot. And I was like, I'm not doing that much. And then I looked at it, I was like, maybe I am doing a lot. It threw me for a loop. Anywho, I did a lot of like different things, collaborations with different people, hopped on different little shows here and there, did like a little cameo in a little movie, a little TV show, stuff of that nature. It was just a bunch of stuff that I was okay, cool. I worked. But then I got burnt out by the beginning of the year, and I was just like, okay, maybe this is why God had to press the reset button, because I was doing too much. Too much. Hold on. Let me get, no, that's not going to fit. I need my roaster pan. Okay, I had to get my big roaster's pan. Oh, my child scared the crap out of me. Hi, child. So, yeah. Reset, and then it did complete like 360, and then all of a sudden things started taking, I think I'll say, a turn for the worse. It started taking a turn for the best. What's up? What's wrong? You took the red bean rice. You can eat the chicken and the mac and cheese.
I was gonna do the mac and cheese and sausage.
I ate that sausage. It was good too. I'm about to heat up this chicken. Well, heat it up and season it. Making loaded baked potatoes. What else you need now? You okay?
Yeah.
You sleepy?
Not yet. I need to start packing my bags for Austin.
Where you going to Austin?
Friday, remember? State of Saturday.
Oh yeah, state. And time is passing by fast. Do you have your clothes washed?
I doing it yesterday. Eli was watching.
I have brought some of that stuff, that smell good stuff. Okay, my bad, y'all. What did I leave off at? Oh, the reset of 2026. So I definitely was burnt out at the beginning of 2026. I was just tired and over it. What's up? What you need?
I was stealing food. Sorry.
What kind of food do you want? Well, just eat the chicken and mac and cheese.
You don't? That's me, burger.
I'm about to make sloppy joes too. That way y'all can just leave me alone. I have a little bit of food ready. Yay. Anywho, so in the beginning of 2026, I was tired, I was over it. And I was like, okay, God, just guide me how you want me to start this production company. And I was like, I'm starting a production company. It's not making any sense. Oh, they should have put some hot honey on it. They should have did. And I was just like, what are we supposed to be doing? Right? I think I want to pour some of that garlic oil over it. Look, the lights are flickering, you saw that?
Yeah, they've been flickering.
But that's his thing.
It's like every hour.
What are you making, you a KFC bowl?
Yes, the KFC box.
That's like a Lolo's. What's that little chicken place that's next door over there by McDonald's?
You talking about American Deli?
No, the chicken place. They serve spaghetti and fried chicken.
Well, I don't know. I've never had spaghetti and fried chicken.
It's right next to McDonald's. How you gonna pack the bowl? Just get the wider bowl. It's not gonna even cook like that.
It is gonna cook. You know why?
Dude, put a paper towel over it. Why don't you just get the wider bowl?
I'm grabbing a wide bowl.
Don't be a dingleberry. I don't know why I'm trying to open it and get the thing
Are you
over.
about to use the sink?
Am I about to use the sink?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Why?
I'll put this in there.
They're going in there. Just love. Thank you for washing dishes. It was so nice of you.
You're welcome. I'll try my best. Get this done. Alright.
How long you put it on there for?
2 minutes.
You might need to do 3 with that. Ugh. How come I can't open it? Open this. I got these clothes on. I got lemon pepper and mesquite barbecue. But you know you gotta add your own little flavor because.
What, are you making your own sloppy joe?
Oh yeah, I'm about to make sloppy joes too. That way I can have everything cooked. I don't want to do nothing. I gotta take this test in a second.
Well, I'm going to go take a nap.
All right, have fun with your nap. Yeah, you. This is. Okay. My bad, y'all. Got distracted again. Oh, this looks so good though. All you gotta do is get a little chicken from the store. Reheat it, put a little seasoning on, you be good to go, baby. Oh, these potatoes smell delicious. So, oh, that smells juicy. Oh, you know what? Let's put a little bit of olive oil on it so it won't get so dried out. Okay, so back to the beginning of the reset of 2026. I didn't quite understand things. I know people did me wrong last year. A few people did me wrong. People were laughing in my face. People were talking behind my back. Certain people tried to set me up, and people said they were going to help me, and they didn't help me, right? And I thought that was like, okay, cool, whatever. And I was getting so upset at everybody for not being able to help me or whatever. And I'm looking like, why am I getting upset when people show me who they really are? So what I did was I removed myself. I removed myself from the situations, places, people, things that were not in my alignment. And then I got the messages of, oh, you acting funny, or where have you been? How come you not coming to hang out? I'm good. Because I want people to understand that it's not cute to talk about people. It's not cute to play in my face or to play off my top or whatever. It's not cute to do all that and then act like I'm gonna sit here and kiki with you. No. So what I did was I removed myself from anything that was not in my alignment. Places, things, people. I wasn't playing. And people's like, dang, you don't come out. You're not coming to our event. You're not showing support. And I was like, why would I show you support when you haven't shown me support? I think a lot of people need to start understanding that. Watch how people move with you, because I had to learn that lesson. I had to learn that hard lesson. I had to learn that lesson the hard way, if I'm saying it right. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. So after I did all that, I was like, oh, after I removed myself, and after I was like, okay, God, what are we doing? How are we moving and shaking? I met a couple of cool people so far this year. But that wasn't it. God was like, I'm not done with you. This is just like the beginning part of the blueprint. I was like, Lord, have mercy. I said, there's more. And God was like, oh, yeah, there's plenty more. And I was like, Lord. So then it was like the little distractions here and there. And then on top of that, you know who comes knocking? When there's a new level, there's a new devil. And I tell you this now, people don't believe me. God was like, I'm not playing about mine. So I had to, take it in and just like, how do I want to move and shake the season? How do I want to like reset? How do I want to do anything? Do you have to walk around that shirt on? You feel good? Yeah, you and Elijah. He on the line taking off his shirt last time. I'm like, I just be.
I was about to take a nap. I'm about to go to my
Take your
room
nap.
and go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Do you have a cup?
What do you want? A cup? You want a big cup?
Just a cup.
You need a big cup because you're a big boy. So it was just a bunch of different stuff that I had to learn, y'all. And then on top of that, I had a bunch of people that thought they were going to play about like what I was trying to do. And I was like, well, my only thing was I was trying to help people. I wasn't trying to do anything other than try to put people on. I just think that's fun for me. It's like a blessing to watch somebody succeed at something they're good at. But people just felt like I was trying to come take their spot. Apparently people were in competition with me. I had no idea. Apparently people were competing with me with certain fields. And I was like, I had no idea. It was just a bunch of different weird stuff that I had no idea about until God started exposing people and things. And I was just like, oh. And here come the rumors. And here come the people talking smack about me. And I'm looking like, and the part was, I'm really petty. I like to be a petty Pisces. I cannot lie. But God was like, we're not doing that this season. So God was just like, I need you to do better than what you've been doing, I need you to not respond. I don't need you to break out of character. I don't need you to react to anything because I'm testing you right now. And like, let me tell you, those karmics, they're real because it's kind of hard, especially when you got everything going wrong in your life. People are expecting you to show up. People expect for you to be a certain way because they have this perception of you. People expect you to be like happy all the time and show up for them and support them and lift them up and pour in their cup. And I'm like, it's kind of hard to pour in somebody's cup when I have nothing to pour. And it was just super hard for me at that time. And I was just like, okay, God, what are we doing this season? Because 2026, I did not want to end the rest of my year with the same old BS, the same old thing. And I was like, I have to start doing things differently. So I had to pull all the way back. I mean, all the way. When people call me like, hey, when is the movie going to come out? Hey, when is this? I just had to be quiet on everybody because I can't help you. Because what they're doing is trying to cause frantic disorder, anything that's confusing, disruption, delays. Any of that is not of God. And I had to learn that. And I had to learn like these people are just trying to get you outside of your character. No lie. So I was just like, hey, I'll come out when it come out. And that's the hard part for me. I love to tell people like, oh, I saw this, I got this happening, and I can't even say anything anymore. God had to put me completely quiet. And I was like, okay, God, okay, what are we doing now? Like, so I've been doing like low-key collaborations behind the scenes. I told y'all I'm a writer. More so I started this production company because God asked me to, but I was like, what do you want me to do with it? Because my whole thing was I just like to write. I technically just want to write. That's it. That's all. And create. Creating content is like super fun. Finding a business and helping it grow with its followers, engagement, and bringing in sales and, telling the world about them, that's fun for me. watching somebody start from here and then go to the next level. And if I have anything to do to help with it, that makes me feel complete. So I didn't know what the problem was until God trying to show me like this is the problem because you're pouring into everybody else's cup. You're encouraging them, you're supporting them, you're pouring money into their business or whatever they're doing, anything of nature, and nobody's pouring into you. And I was like, you're right. Because at the end of the day, when I needed help last year with the finances or just whatever, or just having somebody to talk to or just follow through with what they said they were going to do, nobody did it last year. Not one single soul. And I was like pissed. I was like, oh, okay. But then this year they get happy when I at least come out and like entertain them for 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Like you went to her event, you went to his event, but you didn't come to mine. I'm like, I'm not going to come to everybody's event because I pick and choose where I want to go and how I want to move. And I'm not going to do that this season. And people started having an issue with that. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. You know, I can't change that. The last time I checked, my bills got to be paid. You know, I got to keep a roof over my head, my kids' head. I got to worry about me. And if it sounds selfish, it's going to be a little selfish. This season, you got to be selfish. Then I had to just let go of all those old memories I was holding on to of relationships I had with people, friendships I had with people, like a job I stayed at for 20 years. I felt so guilty about leaving them, but I was like, I was there for 20 years. I dedicated 2 decades of my life to them. And what did I have to show for it? Nothing, you know? And the same with others, like my friendships. I was like, don't get me wrong, I missed the hell out of my friends. But at the same time, when I saw the connection that they had over me and how they really didn't support me and they just disliked me, made it even better, made me feel better that I made the right decision of, you know, removing myself from those situations. In the relationships, oh my gosh. When God kind of flipped the script and showed me how I was working with these guys and like the dating is real, it's funny. Like to me now, dating is cute, it's funny. Because last year you couldn't tell me I was like a hopeless romantic. I was looking for love and I'm like, no, I'm going to find the right one, da da da. Baby, I'm good on dating right now. These dudes are pathetic. Oh my God, can I say that? I think I can. Well, no, they are. It's funny. You got these middle-aged grown men making up stories just to be a player, I guess. I don't know. It's just weird. They got to go through all that hoopla just to try to play somebody. I'm like, you're already middle-aged. It's not going to be long before, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to pay somebody even to entertain you. Like, let's be realistic. So I was just like, y'all are doing all this to, I ain't going to say I don't know how the woman did them, but I feel like it was like a payback. A lot of these middle-aged men are paying back women for all the what I guess the other girls did to them. I don't know. It's super weird. That's a them thing, not a me thing. But after that last one, little 55 and up, the 50 and up club, like the 45 to 50, they play games. Yeah, they play games. They're in their zaddy phase. You know, they're like, oh, look at me. Me, 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 me. Okay, and then you got the 50 and up year olds, and they just lost their everlasting minds. I don't even know what comes out of their mouth half the time. I can't even lie. And these are like successful men that are well off. They got their money right, their career. Oh, I'm happy being alone and being single. I said, is that the lotion and the tissue next to your bed? Like, are you? I got a peace of mind. I got this and this. I said, yet you're paying people to validate your feelings and emotions. That is so, and then the little young bucks, don't get me wrong, they come at me too, and that's cute. I ain't got time to be playing with nobody and trying to teach them certain things. Put me on game. Like the other day, I was at the video shoot, and a little young one, he was like 30-something, not super young, but you know. He was like, you going to be my little juve? And I'm like, you juve? He was like, well, you going to take me out to eat? And I was like, take you out to eat? Why would I take you out to eat? You trying to holler at me, young buck? Well, I ain't got nothing. I was like, well, that sounds like a you problem. I'm not a cougar. I'm not a sugar mama, whatever they call it. No. I would never. Woo. So it's just been like one of those entertainment things. So I said dating this year has been cute. A lot of guys are trying to get my attention, I guess. From like they be in my DMs or sliding in my DMs. Is that how you say it? Like, is that for real? Is that the term? Anywho, they're sliding in my DMs. Oh, you really answered. Oh, they try to make it seem like they gaslight me, right? And I'm looking like, oh, okay, cool. And they want me to be like impressed with them, I guess, name dropping or whatever. I don't know. I got this, I got that. Cool. That's nice. Next. What's next? You know? So I kind of let that go. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm not dating this season. I said, okay, God, what's next? What are we doing for this reset? But this last week or so, when I tell you that I was like tired from working and doing all these jobs and showing up and trying to keep the content going and trying to finish the movie stuff, and I'm doing it by myself. I told him, God, I would really love to have a partner to finish this with, you know, or not finish it with, but, you know, go through the process with, to have somebody to kick it with or a tribe or something. And he was like, sometimes you got to do things alone. I was like, I know, but it's so tiring. I only got 2 set of hands, you know? So he was just telling me, like, you have to keep pushing. He's like, your tribe is coming to you. Your new boo is coming to you. He's like, you got money coming to you. But I need you to be prepared. And I'm like, I'm sitting here asking God. And I'm like, well, dang, I'm not even prepared. Like I said, he's like, you're not getting your stuff in order. I still haven't taken down my Christmas tree, you know? And I'm just looking like, how can I ask God of something if I'm not willing to put in the work to do something? You know, I'll be tired. I was like, but if I got up, like, I don't want to miss the gym. I like to try to go to the gym in the morning, you know? You'll see this body coming in. So I've been working on that and like eating healthier and trying to show up for the kids as much as I can and still work because, you know, bills got to get paid. It's just a bunch of those little things right there. But God was just like, how can I put you in position if you're not even ready to be put in position? In order to be ready, you got to stay ready. And I was just like, you're right. So I had to just start letting things go. I started sending out messages to people that I felt like were a waste of time in my phone. I send out things. I don't have a lot of friendships left, but the ones I do, I just send them a text like, hey, I love you, da da da. You know what I'm saying? We'll get together soon. Just so they know I'm not ignoring them. I'm doing my own thing right now. We're all going through our own little thing. And I had to, all the little dudes that were trying to entertain me, I was like, thank you for choosing iDrip Enterprises. We decided to go with a different candidate this season, but thank you for your interest. And I have a different candidate. I'm still single. I think it sounded really cute me making something business-like. And I had to pull everything back for a little bit. And the fact that I scaled back, the fact that I had to let things go, because there was a couple of connections that I felt like I should have rekindled, but we don't circle the block. But I still had questions about it, and God was like, let it go. Because if it was meant to be, it would have been. Since it's not, move around. I said, you're right. Cool. So I had to let those things go. And the hard part was not telling them why I let it go. I just had to let people go. Block, you know, I updated my block list for 2026. I told everybody to text or call and see if they're on my blocked list. But I had to. I couldn't give no explanations. I don't need to argue with nobody. I don't need to go back and forth. These are grown men. They know what kind of games they play. And they talk about, you know, you hear a lot of it. They talking about, oh, I'm grown. I don't need to play these games, but they do. They do play games. And we know what they want. All they want is a cookie. That's the only thing they want out of you is that dang cookie. That's all I think about. Well, I've been chilling around for this time and this and this. And when you actually ready to actually date and you want to get it popping, we'll get it popping. Until then, you can't ask something from somebody you're not ready for. Like I told the other old guy in Maryland, dude, you're too old to act like this. You've never been married. You don't have kids. I'm not going to say that's a red flag. Some men just prefer their career over anything. But you're working these jobs. You're being weird. Yeah, and then everything reverts back to cookie time. And these grown men are doing that. And I'm looking like, I'm too old for that. Like, seriously. Like, what are we doing? For real, for real. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to let these people be, you know. And the more I mind my business and drink my water and work out, people be, hey, what you doing, Drip? Minding my business, in my own skin, living my life. I might pop out. I might pop in somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. And people get mad that I go hang out with certain people. And I said, I support who supports me. People who show up for me, I'm going to show up for them. That's it. That's all. No, I don't want to kick it too much. No, there's certain people that I rock with. And I think some people feel like they're like playing in my face. Like, haha, she asked me to do something with her and I didn't do it. Haha, the joke's on her. And I'm like, the joke will be on you. Because whatever I have a vision to do and I get it done and it does go viral and it does hit what it needs to hit. Oh, can we do something together? I'm like, no, you're good because I gave you an option. I think a lot of people think it's funny when I'm like, I have a vision. I get the visions a lot and I'm looking like, I don't want to go against what God gave me the vision to do. When He tell me a specific person and what needs to go down, that's what I do. I write it out, record it, I post it on social media, and I tag collaborate. I don't know what it is. God just gives me the vision. Cool. But people feel like they can play in front of my face and be like, oh, I didn't do this with her, ha ha ha, or oh, I played her, ha ha ha. Oh, I got one up on her. I say, cool. I don't know. I think they want a reaction. They want me to feel bad. I got 10,000 views. Ooh. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But you copycat somebody else's trend. You're not even a trend. You're a copycat. It's not the same thing. I was like, I create every content I create is mine. Unless it's just one of those dance reels. Those are just fun. Other than that, no, I make my own trends. I make my own content. I just like to keep it fresh. So I am going to start the story time. I'm going to start telling people about this reset because this reset was real. I created this 37-day reset, and it just kind of helped me change my life all the way around with my mental, my finances, my health, definitely taking care of a better me with the skin glowing, body giving, finances are rebuilding again because I had to start from scratch after the divorce, which is nothing wrong with that. And that dude was trying to talk smack like, you got to do this and this and this. I'm like, I'm sorry. If I don't have it, I ain't got it. I can, what you want me to do? He was like, well, I was like, well, what? If you want to see me, you're gonna have to pay my gas, and then we're gonna go. I'll go out to dinner. I'm not going to just spend money to go kiki. No, I said I wasn't on that type of time. I gave them a disclosure before I started dating people. This is what time I'm on. If we're not actually building with each other, and you just want to go kiki out in public, like you're out with. You're trying to show me off. Cool. Gas tank need to be full. Car needs to be washed. I might want my nails or toes done if they ain't done. You're going to have to contribute. Because why would I ever spend my money to come out? Talk about it's an investment. It's not an investment because I didn't choose you. You chose me. If you pursue me, you choose to be with me, that means you handle everything. If we made it a thing like we just started being attracted to each other and I see that we're building a future, yes, I will put a little bit more in and do some things. Women do pay for dates. Women do show up for men, but men want women to show up for them too soon or too much. They want you to do too much earlier on. That makes no sense in my book. None. I'm not saying you can't do things. If you like somebody, you can show a little gratitude, a little this and this or whatever. But like a lot of times dating, these guys are just selfish and they don't realize it. And that's why they're going to be middle-aged grown men, single, trying to, spend a little dime or two just to get some attention because they don't want to hold themselves accountable for the bullshit they've been on. So I let people be. I let people make it. But I told them this reset season, I can't even argue with people. I can't get my lick back. I can't talk shit. I can't go, do a little 1-2 because God was like, that's not what time we're on. We're not responding. We're not breaking our character. We're not going to give people reactions that they feel like they want from us. That's what we're not doing this season. I was like, you're right. And he was like, we're going to be at a better level. Ooh! Ooh, that look good. So it's just like, dang, I was like, God has really did a little reset on me. Because last year I would say, yes, I had taken off a lot of heavy burdens that I was weighing. I felt guilty about divorcing an ex-husband, even though he tried to take my life. I felt guilty about getting rid of friends because God was like, I did the first few. You got to do the last ones because it's your responsibility to. And I was like, and he was like, you don't get it. They're not meant to be in your circle when I give you these blessings. So why do they need to be here now? I had to, I ain't gonna say get rid of friends, but I had to let the shit go. And that was a hard part. Then on top of that, realizing that certain family members are not going to support you when you're going to the next level. Certain people are not going to sit there and have your back, blood or not. And I was just like, that hurt too. It was a lot of things that were exposed and revealed to me. And I was just like, the hard part is like, you don't want to raise up to the top alone. And I was like, I got my kids, and I'm looking like, it was just a lot. It's a lot to take in. I was like, God, I'm not ready for this reset. He was like, well, I told you to get ready. You know, and I was like, you did. He told me to get ready. And within this last year, this Easter was my year anniversary of my spiritual awakening. And that was like, it's like I got points on a video game, like Super Mario Brothers. It was like I got points, like ding, 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 ding. God gave me a new belief, a new self thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard. You got to be in the realm in order to understand it. You got to be a chosen one. And the fact that I can say that I'm chosen one now and not feel guilty or feel like I need to hide because I've been hiding for a minute, it's a lot. And the fact that I can show up anywhere and brighten up the room is a lot. The fact that I can point out people who are karmics, who are not of God, and who do harm, that's a lot to take in. So everything I've been doing, everything I've been seeing, the numbers, the fours, the sevens, 15, 15, 32, 32. These numbers, everything is like an alignment. The way the trees talk to you when you walk outside, the way the butterflies fly around, how many birds fly in front of your car the minute you get in and look up and the birds flying right across your window. These are all messages from the universe. And I was just like, oh, well, I'm not ready for that level yet. And he was like, you ain't got an option. You got, like I told you. And he was like, the people who are not here now, they don't deserve to be here. So don't ever feel guilty about them not being here. The blessings I'm about to give you, the doors I'm about to open for you, the opportunities that are about to come your way, the checks that you're about to sign, the families that you're about to help, the amount of kids that you're about to put through college, it's going to be ridiculous. And it sounds crazy when I say it out loud because I was like, right now, I don't feel like I can do anything to save myself. But God was like, you don't even know what I have in store for you. And I was like, I really don't. So when I say it out loud, I have to stop telling people because they were getting jealous because they know it, they saw it. And the problem was I didn't really see it. I just spoke it. So I like 50% believed it. And God was like, no. When you say it out loud that you started a production company and that you know you're a writer and you're an entrepreneur, I want you to say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. And I was like, okay, G-O-D. It's your world. I just live in it. And I had to keep pushing. I didn't know what to do or how to act or how to react. I just told him, I said, thank you. That's all I could do is say thank you. It was like a few weeks ago, like a month ago when my car was messing up, my job was getting on my nerves, people was getting at me. It was just a bunch of stuff at once. You know, I was going to sleep and I started crying to God and I was like, I said, God, whatever is confusing, just like disrupting me, disturbing my peace, it's not of you. I had to let it go. And I cried it. And he said, let it out. Let this be the last time you cry. That was it. So people don't get the joy that I have because I earned it. You know, I had to go through a lot. 40 years of being like in the dark until God was like, click one day last year and bam, God is the greatest, right? And God had to literally put it on me. And I couldn't even go back. I can't even look back. I can't look back what happened then, who did what to me. All I can do is laugh now because I'm at peace with it. I'm at ease with it. It doesn't bother me anymore that my ex-husband tried to take my life anymore. It doesn't bother me that my ex-best friend tried to fight me over a post that her family member wrote. It was just stupid stuff. It doesn't bother me that people try to set me up in my own home. It doesn't bother me that these dudes were trying to play me like a fool because the only thing I can do right now is laugh. I'm looking like, that's all you got? At first I was upset. You know, I can't lie. Last year and this year I was upset. I was like, why me? Why do I gotta go through this? And then this year I was just like, dang. I said, I haven't put my foot in the pool yet and they are already tripping. Okay, let me take off this little thing and put this little bathing suit on and hop in the pool and watch what happens, okay? Because at the end of the day, this reset that I started taking on, the re-loving myself, the new version of me, the not taking crap from nobody, the I wish you would, you know. I walk in the room and I'm riding solo and everybody's looking, they're looking like, who is that? Why's my man looking at her? Why she gotta have it? You know, the cool women and cool men, they're gonna be like, hey, how you doing? Well, you don't smile at, but you know the haters, they love to look at you like this when you walk in. You know, you walk in like, hey, how you doing? And you got the people on the side like, who is that? You know? Y'all know. Y'all know if you know you look good, people be hating on for you for real. I don't look like nobody told y'all to let yourselves go or whatever. That's mama's been looking good. I dropped 210 pounds of dead weight of exes, and now the body's coming in, the skin's glowing, the confidence is boosted. I can't help you. If this is what the new aunties look like, yes, I'll take it. It's giving well conceited, and I can say it. I'm conceited. I have a reason. So it's just like one of those things. I was just like, okay. And the minute I started letting go of the things and the hurt and all these memories and things that were happening, and people was like, why did you block me? And they called me from different numbers. And people were like, well, you called me. Why did I get blocked? I told you, my time is valuable. It does not need to be wasted. If I got to spend time on the phone and there's nothing coming out of that conversation, whether I'm learning something or we got a time just to like understand each other, or we're building, or we're talking about some future money, it's a waste of time. If you want to say hello, you got 5 minutes, the timer's on, let's go. Hey, how you doing? What you been up to? That's it. Get off the phone. Because people call you, they do it on purpose, and it's a distraction. Because your first thought, like, oh, I got to do this, this, and this for the day, and then you get a phone call from your homegirl or homeboy, and they over there talking and running their mouths, it's a distraction. And whether they know it or not, it's a distraction. And by the time you're done with that phone call, you forgot what you were supposed to do. And then there's something else, and you feel this sense of laziness. You feel stuck. You start feeling weird. You feel off. And they're transferring your energy. And you don't even know they're draining your energy. They're just siphoning it. And you didn't even know that. That's why I said your conversation needs to be different. The way you hang out needs to be different. The people you're around, you need to be intentional about. The conversations you have with people need to be intentional about. Sometimes it's best to be quiet and just let people talk because they run themselves into the ground. No lie. People expose themselves. We just don't really pay attention until we start looking at it. I started realizing, I was like, well, he did tell me this. My ex-boyfriend used to tell me that he was a devil. And I thought he was being funny. I was like, you're so nice to me. You're caring. You're loving. He gaslighted me for a whole year. I didn't know people can really fake it that long. But he gaslighted me for a whole year until a guy like one day told me to block him. That next day, I woke up and I was like, oh, whatever weight that man was carrying, I guess the transfer energy, it was gone. And I was like, oh, okay, Jesus. He was like, you see what happens when you listen to me? And then he said, stop being hard-headed and stubborn, because I'm hard-headed and stubborn. I was born that way. He knows that. Like, I'm a cursing Christian. Like, he made me this special, so I can't even complain, but it was just one of those things that I was like, God, okay. He started showing me things. It's not even about the ex-boyfriends, the ex-husband, the little bummy dudes I dated. It's not even about them. It was the fact that I was able to show them a certain type of love and give them experience that they probably never even experienced, like they've never had before. They never experienced what it's like for somebody to truly love them, show up for them, cook for them, clean for them, travel with them, have a good time, socialize, hit the streets, dress up, do some content. They never had any of that. You know what I'm saying? So why would a dude be, well, how would he know how to treat a real woman? He's never experienced one. So I'm happy I was able to show them that. I like that. You live another day. And I was like, okay, I think I've done my part. I've shown up in people's lives after they told me these little sad love stories about how dating's gone wrong. And I still showed up. But this season in dating, I don't even really date. I entertain a date or two. I let it be, I don't overthink. I'm not texting somebody daily. I'm not putting in any more effort than what the guy's putting in. So if the man is a lead, as they say, let him lead. So if he texts me daily and calls, I'll text him and call him daily. If he's on that BS, I'm going to move around. I don't want to do a tit for tat. I don't want to be on that young type stuff. I'm really intentional about finding my future second husband. my futuristic second bae. Let's say that. Future second bae. Future bae. Number 2. Well, the first one, that first marriage, that was just like, riding some training wheels on a bike. just I had to, get warmed up in marriage and learn about myself, how I want to move in my marriage for the next season. But like that, what he taught me, I learned so much, and I'm so excited about when I get married again because I think this next relationship I have with my next husband is going to be like, And then my next set of friendships are going to be amazing because there's no need to compete. There's no need to be jealous because hurt people hurt people. So you have to understand that. If somebody makes sideline comments, you need to start paying attention to who they really are. If somebody's never supporting you and don't show up for you, you need to watch out for who they really are. If somebody's saying, like, if everybody's donated $5 or $10 to something that you're one of your causes and they don't want to, pay attention to who they are. There's a lot of lessons I learned over these past few years and how people have been playing in my face and I had no idea and I was naive to it till God opened my eyes about it. No lie. And that goes with family and friends. And that was the hardest part, is to take it that family and friends have that much hate towards you because how dare you become famous? And I'm looking like, people like, you're famous. I'm looking like, I'm not famous. No, I got a good social media following for me just doing it by myself and not paying for, bots or following her and stuff like that. I understand that. I think I have a good amount. I hit a goal about 50K. So I was like, that's a good goal for me. And next goal will be 100K. Let's take it up a notch. So I kind of like bring in different new content ideas on and work with some different people, collab with some different type of people, and pop out from there. I just like to do different things. It's fun for me. I get paid to exist. So if I get paid to exist, why not get paid to exist? People feel like you gotta live life a certain way. You gotta work the 9 to 5. You gotta stand in line to go to the front. No, if it's your turn, you feel like it's your turn, go out there and do it. If you have an idea, you want to be an artist, do it. You want to be an actor or actress, do it. You want to write a movie, do it. If you want to make some music, do it. You want to be a chef, do it. You thought about doing hair and nails, do it. I don't want to hear the excuses. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money, and I made 2 movies already. I was blessed. And then the finances end up coming at the end. But I don't have a problem begging people for a project that I believe in, I made 2 movies over the last year. I've raised my social media within about 20K within this past year. 30K people within 1 year for me. That's a big hit for me. I didn't change my look over 30 times. That's a big win for me. I done got this body a little bit more snatched. That's a good look for me. And I didn't make excuses. And granted, like, my money can be a little funny sometimes. I'm over here hustling and working and doing what I got to do. But at the end of the day, I still got a place over my head. So why would I not be grateful for about that? I still got a roof. I still got some lights. I got food on the table. I'm grateful for that. Why would I not? What is there to complain about? People trying to play in my face and boast about what they got. Baby, people who got to boast that much ain't really got it. And if they got to brag about that little Mercedes Benz or BMW that they driving, that little car that they spend in, or the little Louis Vuitton bag, baby, let them. Because that's all they got to show for. That's it. That's a thing. Cool. If that's all you got to show is your flex, cool. My flex was I gave a homeless man my last $10 at Easter. I had cash and I was like, here, that's my last 10. I gave it to a homeless guy. That's my flex, being able to, like, hey, I ain't got a lot, but I can give you this. If we're gonna flex, let's be flex about, hey, I supported my homegirl. She ended up getting this award, or I did this and this. They end up getting a record deal, Oh, I end up telling somebody about this person and, putting somebody on. Now they're famous. That's a flex. There's no flex of trying to gatekeep and keep it to yourself because you don't want somebody to surpass you. That makes no sense to me. And until everybody, our kind, get it right, our community is going to keep going back and forth against each other. Everybody's going to try to compete with each other. And who got the biggest BMW, the biggest house, that's going to be foreclosed and repoed anyway. That's why they be online begging. A lot of the celebrities and stuff that ain't got that money, they're so used to a certain amount of money, they ain't got that much anymore. So now they online. They over here trying to take over the creators world when the creators been doing it for a minute. Start paying attention to the synchronies of everything. They want to pop up like a lot of TV reality stars popping up on the lives now. We've been doing it. Creators been doing it for a minute. But now that, their money's getting different because it's a creators world, everybody wants to hop online. Everybody wants to be on live. Everybody want to do the streaming. So that's what I'm saying. Pay attention. You'd be surprised. People ask you questions. Hey, how do you do this and this? When everybody told me, look at my little bitty page. Look at my little bitty page now. I'm at 50K. Well, not on here. I will be 50K soon. I'm trying to get the YouTube up. I don't know what y'all like to see from me. I know you like my dances. I know we like some of my skits, you know. But tell me what wig and outfit you want me to wear. I got you. Mama put a little wig on. A little wig on. Uh, uh, uh. Get it. Get it. Get it. Okay. That's it. That's all. Yeah. So it's just like one of those things. Like, it's life. It happens. But that reset button was well needed, was well deserved. And it's something that God was like, I was waiting on you. And I was like, he was like, I didn't want to rush you into it, but I wanted to make sure you were kind of ready to accept it. And I was like, you're right, you're right. And God was like, when he hit that reset button on my life, everything started taking a turn for the better. I mean, granted, I know which level I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get new devils, new dark people that But I told the devil, like, if you're gonna send me people like dudes that think they're gonna play, I said, can we send somebody at least fine, not these little butt muckets. That be not these schmugglies. These old men that wish they could. Please, like, if you're gonna send somebody to distract me, because that's one thing he would do, the devil will do, is if he can't bother you anything anywhere else, he will try to send you a man or a woman to distract you. And I just ask that you send somebody else at least fine if you're gonna try to distract me the right way. Because what you sending is the not the cream of the crop. It's like the weeds that grow out the grass. That's all you got to send. Okay, keep on. Let's go. Next. And they're so busy trying to. I feel like when guys talk to me, they like, I'm doing you a favor by talking to you. Okay, thank you. I'll get back to you on that. And like how one dude like, I'm gonna call you today later on because I'm just so busy. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm cool either way. If I talk to you, I talk to you. If I don't, I don't. It doesn't make me heartless. It just means that, you know, if you want to lead, if you actually want to do something, you're going to do something. A man is intentional about who he wants to date. A man is intentional about how he wants to be, perceived, how he wants to join unions. But if he wants to play games, he's going to play games. And if you allow it, that's something you want to do. I think it's fun. When I want to be entertained, I'll be entertained. Like I was on the phone with his DJ. Cool guy. We had good conversations. Our first couple phone conversations were good, and then all of a sudden I got hit with I'm always busy. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna call you whenever I feel like it. Cool. Until I say I'm done, and then I just block. It's not to be mean. You're not busy. You want to set something, like they want to have this control or this whatever, or look like, oh, look at me. I said, since you like social media so much and y'all worried about what I post versus real life, because social media and real life is totally separate. Yes, y'all see a version of me. Yes, y'all see this and this and this. But at the end of the day, real life is like something different. So I told him, I was like, you cool and all, but I didn't even give a big goodbye speech. What I did was I blocked them, and you want to hit me up on social media, hit me on social media. It's the same thing. You still got somewhat access to me until you have access, until you don't have access to me, because they're always watching. Learn this. They're always watching. Apparently, I'm having people. I had a whole guy. Do you say stalk? I ain't gonna say stalk. He pursued me for a good year, apparently, just to fumble the ball. I was like, oh, that was weird. Cool. Well, I guess I didn't go until I looked back into the history of how many, like, they liked me. They be on social media, so you gotta pay attention to these people. They've been looking at me, probably they've been in my page DMs or watching my page for a minute, and the fact that they caught my attention is like a fun thing. And then if they gain access to me, cool. And then if they don't know how to handle it, then they're cut off. Access is denied, and they get mad. Like, well, I told you I don't play those games. I'm gonna be like Nia Long. Nia Long has signed people making sign NDAs. I'm making dudes sign NDAs because half of them shouldn't even discuss that. I even went on dates with them because I was trying to be nice and be like, okay, let me try a different type of dude. But apparently, I was being too nice. Because I can look at some of the dudes I dated, and I was like, oh, I went on a date with them. Not that they weren't nice; they're just full of shit and nice. I don't know how to put it. So yeah, I'm gonna start making dudes sign NDAs, because why are we having this conversation? Why y'all running your mouths like little girls? And number two is I don't want you to disclose any information I give to you because I am a business. And when I give you ideas and I give you support and I make these connections with you, I need my return on investment. Okay. My ROI is important. So when I'm doing all this, yes, I'm gonna have you sign an NDA. I might make people put a deposit down, like that girl said. Put a deposit down. If you really seriously about dating me, put the deposit down. That will go towards our future business. What we talking about? Should be no reason why you over here kikiing at some dang lounge or hookah bar or whatever in restaurants spending money on stupid stuff when y'all can just put that money in stock. Y'all can go to a coffee house. Y'all can actually go to a little pizza spot, something small. You ain't gotta spend over $100 all the time. Y'all can go to Popeyes if you really wanted to. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? No wrong. Give me a little 2-piece, a little biscuit, little red beans. Okay, let me some Popeyes. Let me stop. So it's stuff like that you can invest into that you need to see how these men and women are trying to. If they want to do something for the gram because everybody wants an Instagram relationship, they're not the one for you. If you're looking for something serious, move around, because these people, everything is supposed to be social media. Post his arm. Post your new boo. So somebody else can go on your man's DM and take him. So that means he was never yours in the first place and you get mad at these chicks when, shoot, you put him on the gram. I'm not posting my dude this season. When I get one, I might post a hand. And that's when I get into a relationship. And then when we get married, I might post, hey, I'm married. I'm Mrs. this and this. And that's it. I don't need to post him. He don't got to post me. I don't need to go through his page. He ain't got to go through my page. We ain't got to do any of that this season. As far as business, like I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. I'm taking little baby steps here and there. And it's time. That's it. That's all. All right, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. Let me go finish cooking. I got to do this test and stuff and finish cooking and all of blah, 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 blah. Y'all stay tuned. I'm about to hit y'all with these series and these stories so y'all can know this is some real life ish that's happening. So when you're getting called by God, when things are starting to position in your life, you'll know when the money's starting to flow in. You'll know when people start hating on you. You'll notice when people start acting funny around you, when your money starts acting funny, your job's acting funny, certain situations, animals, numbers. We're going to tap into all that little by little, okay? Y'all stay tuned. It's your girl, IDripIsh. I'm out.